Hey, everybody, welcome to the book club. I have, y'all,
Wow.
okay, so we're trying something new, and clearly this is not the program to try it on. So I will be not using Riverside to stream to Twitch because evidently it just streams right to Twitch.
Oh,
Hi, everybody. We are doing the Felicitations Book Club this month on Twitch Live, and I'm just experimenting with how to actually do this correctly. I could have used um, just my regular XSplit and had an intro screen and some music, and it probably would have been way more professional. But I pay monthly for Riverside, and I thought I could use Riverside to stream, but I didn't realize there was no way to do an entry screen. There's no way to show graphics, and therefore we're just not going to do that. We're not going to use this program next week. So, yay to that. But hopefully the recording is good, and when I upload it to the Felicitations podcast feed, it'll sound great. Bam! Book club starts now. Hi, Bonnie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We are live on Twitch for the first time. Bonnie, how do you feel? There's going to be a lot more people here.
You know, I've been on Twitch a few times. I have a Twitch channel that I haven't done anything with. I was gonna do a drunk crafting show, and then I guess I forgot.
Why would you not?
Eventually, so
That sounds
I
like
mean,
a great idea.
I will do it. It's just I'm not getting paid to do it, so it's just fun stuff to do like this. But
Uh huh.
lately, I've been lurking on my friend's Twitch channel. So like, I always watch you gaming. Sometimes I say
Yeah.
hi. Sometimes. And Michelle Boyd, I look at hers, and there's just a lot of female gamers that I follow, and I like to see what they're up.
Yeah.
Mostly, Gen Zers, so I can like I'm not ancient, so that's fun.
Yeah. Wait, Bonnie, let me try this. Wait, I think I figured this out. Watch.
Okay.
I think it's showing. Is it showing the
Yeah,
preview screen?
Felicia.
But are we on the screen or is it? No, it is. It's showing that.
But not us.
It's not like an overlay. It's showing us and the flag.
Yeah, it's like a three-screen thing with the flag getting the majority of the real estate.
So why is this feature in this program? It's like the flag. It's like the flag dialed into the show.
Remember when we did our first episode of Vaginal Fantasy Romance Book Club, and
Yeah.
we were supposed to, and this is on YouTube. You can find this. What happened? It was supposed to be just the four of us that were the hosts, but I don't know who did it. You can blame me. Did it as anyone can join. So then these
Oh yeah, everybody just started joining. It was so weird from around the world,
video.
just dudes.
They were on video and they looked like they were caught. Like it's almost like chat roulette. Remember chat roulette where you would just
Yeah, it was like chat roulette. It was not good, y'all.
It was not Chatterbait, which is different.
It doesn't even say book club here because I'm too lazy to change the branding. Okay, here, guys, this used to be the Geeks Book Club, but Geeks, my crypto coin, creator coin, shut down. The company shut down, took all my money, and therefore the word geeks is now banished from everywhere. Although I forgot to take the emote off the channel, so it's still here. Maybe you could use it when I really, do something bad. So this is a book club that is unbranded, except I was like, well, it's on Felicitation Podcast. We're going to keep it there. So it's the Kirkland Signature Book Club. Exactly, Rocket.
Wait,
So anyway,
where are you seeing people comment? Do you have access to comments? I don't.
you have to go to my Twitch. So I'll link it to you. You have to go to my Twitch because this program doesn't have that. There is a program that I used to use, but I didn't want to pay $30 a month for. That was called anyway, it was very easy to use. You could do overlays, you could bring guests in. It was actually quite good. Riverside is awesome if you have like a professional podcast and you're recording remote with people. I pay for it in order to do undressing with Tom because it is the easiest way to do video and then out. But this is clearly not it. Although they do have, I will say, they do have a couple of things in the media cabinet that we could use. Okay, Bonnie, listen. Yeah, we could do that, or we could do. Oh, it won't stop. It's just gonna keep going.
I'm gonna brush my hair while you're clapping. 'Cause that makes me
Okay,
feel
what about this? Hey, Bonnie, you look wonderful tonight. Oh no, they won't stop.
like Married to
won't
Children
stop.
audience.
It was. There's literally, okay, they have the media and the default. You can upload your own media, okay? So we could have fun with that. If they could make it full screen. I don't understand why you couldn't make it full screen.
Are we gonna have sound effects like morning DJs have, like
Yeah.
crashing things and farting and stuff?
Well, we could have a wait. Okay, Bonnie, guess what the new name of the book club is? Oh, that one. Wait, wrong one. Wait. It's Felicitation Book Club on Twitch. Oh, I forgot to stop it. It's just repeat.
Wow.
That was my fault. I put repeat on.
Okay.
Let's go live.
Review testing every sound available, isn't it?
There's only one more. There's only one more. And we're ready for the book club.
Is that a whoosh sound? Well,
it was transition 5. They give you 2 transitions, transition 2 and transition 5.
okay.
They don't give you any of the between, any no in between ones.
Can we do like Star Wars, like the original?
I
Star Wars?
wish.
Yeah.
But there's no visual things. I uploaded the Felicitations flag. Wait, let me just see.
Can we make
This is
cat
all
ears?
stuff I should have done. Hey, Victor. Bonnie is quieter than you. I have no way to adjust that, Adam. Adam, also, I don't. We're playing Fortnite after this at 7:30 with Jeff and Sean. I don't think Amy is in, and Adam, we'd love you to play, but I'm still waiting for Amy to confirm or deny it, okay? So you're on backup, buddy.
I'm trying if there's a make me louder thing, but I'm not seeing that. And I'm on full volume on my laptop, so.
Bonnie, I gotta send you, I'm gonna send you a mic. I think I have one around here somewhere.
I had one, but it was like 20 years old or something, so it didn't really. It was one of those.
Well, that doesn't work. Okay, what if I turn my camera off, and you turn your camera off?
Oh, okay, hold on.
And then I'm gonna turn this Felicitations flag on. Okay.
Okay, so.
Is that full? Is that full screen?
Cam off. Oh, cam off. Nope, cam off.
Oh, look. Okay, look. It is. It's full screen.
Yeah. But now we're just voices.
Now it's just black. What happened? Oh, it didn't repeat. Okay, it didn't repeat.
Now we're disembodied voices.
Okay, no. Okay, here we go. Here it is. And there.
You don't want our faces?
Okay, that looks good. No. I just wanted to see, like, if we were professional and I had already, if I had sort of like maybe debugged this before we went live on Twitch to do this, perhaps we could have opened on this and then I would signal to you to turn it off and then we turn our cameras on, okay?
Okay.
So okay, we're going to do this.
Okay.
Look, okay, are you ready? We're going to start the book club now. This looks very professional. Thank you, Clea Smell.
Okay.
And we're gonna start the recording completely. This is what's gonna be uploaded to the podcast. Only Twitch viewers saw this ineptitude, okay?
Okay.
All right. Ready? All right. And camera on.
Oh, there we go. Ta-da!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Felicitations Book Club. I'm Felicia Day.
I'm Bonnie Burton.
And we are happy to be here. Oh my gosh.
We need some sort of jaunty tune.
We do need a jaunty tune. I mean, I can get on that. If I put some music to the overlay. We are live on Twitch for the first time, y'all. I know that this club used to be on Discord and has exclusive perks to Geeks members, but that company shut down and took all my money. So we are now moving it to Twitch to be able to spread love of reading to the masses. And I'm so happy to be here with my friend Bonnie Burton.
Me too. I brought a mug since our coffee that is super good at Big Lots this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh wow.
But I think
what?
It's in there. But then, like, how do you drink it without all the cookies falling out?
I don't know. Wait, so there's cookies? I can't get rid of this. I can't get rid of this thing. So, oh, there it is. So, oh, like, look.
It's a coffee mug.
Yeah.
But then, and then it's scary. I think you're supposed to put, like, snacks maybe, or tea bag. I mean, it's for tea, and then you put your tea bag in there. But if
But
you
doesn't the water just go out the bottom of the open mouth? She held up like it's like a head, an Easter Islander head with their mouth open. Oh, okay. So the
it's
top half
cheaper,
is the liquid,
yeah,
and you can put cookies in the bottom.
yes, or a tea bag or I don't know. I don't know. I just bought it because
What?
it's creepy. I have a lot of creepy mugs, so it's just collection.
That is amazing. I mean, I think it's great.
Thanks.
So, it's beautiful. Where did you get that again? Big Lots?
Big Lots for like $3 because I'm a
Love it.
hefty spender. No, I'm on a budget right now since I don't have a full-time job, just doing freelance. So as you know, freelance life.
That's not okay.
And so
And freelance, you're going to be replaced with most bots, yeah, right?
what's sad, I used to be a full-time reporter for CNET for like 7 years doing culture
Mhm.
writing and weird. They got bought. I think CBS sold them to another like a content media farm company, and they
Mhm.
got rid of everybody except the editor in chief, and now it's all bots. And I'm like, maybe
What?
let's get rid of it.
Is that true?
Yeah, yeah. I'm in trouble because using AI bots to write their finance articles and weren't about it, and got caught by like Forbes. So like then, okay, we're doing this, and they did it publicly. I
That's
feel really bad.
terrible, though.
Amazing editors and writers at CNET that have been there for centuries that were just really good.
That's
Like
awful.
years, and like there were people there from the '90s. So I don't know. It was sad, but also everyone wants to replace things with chatbots. And with
I
this
know, I know. I
AI,
mean, I know that screenplay writers are using it to do coverage of their scripts, and the coverage is better than people they'd hire to do that coverage.
yeah. I
And
mean,
people are also using it to write first drafts. I mean, it's bad. It's actually not great.
it's not great, but also I think it's so that it's a novelty, and that's why everyone's using it. And then once they realize it's good for something, then it'll kind of level out. But no, I kind of don't care anymore. I've been a full-time writer my whole life, professional life and not professional life, and I don't think an AI could copy the weird ass stuff I write. I don't think so. I don't want to challenge.
I would like to say that you are completely unique, Bonnie, and I believe
Yeah,
that to be
I
so.
would be an AI that was like me, like a Bonnie bot. I would the future. It would turn bad or turn evil at some point, I'm sure. But my
Yeah.
brain, ADHD brain, I don't think is bot. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, I don't think anyone could duplicate either of us as a
Oh
bot.
yeah, no,
Although we could become VTubers or V streamers.
yeah, we could do that. Or
I'd like to do that. I'd be like a little kitten lady. I'd like that. Okay, guys, I was trying to professionally get a picture of the book they were reading to put in that third window, but Riverside will only allow me to upload MP3s and videos. They will not let me upload a JPEG.
wow.
So I would have to make this JPEG into a movie to be able to play it,
Well,
which doesn't.
lucky for you, I had it on my Twitter.
Oh, good. Okay, great.
Is it backwards? It's probably backwards, huh?
What about a GIF? I don't know if it would. I actually don't know if it was a animated GIF whether it would upload or not.
Copy.
It's called Legend and Lattes, guys. That's this month's book. It's
Yeah.
by Travis Baldy. Please start making a list of these things. These can all be resolved. Adam, I don't know. If I was using XSplit or OBS, I could just drag the JPEG and have it in the corner and it would look pretty. But this
okay.
way, but the problem is if I use OBS or XSplit, the people who are listening to the podcast at home don't care about this. But anyway, then how am I going to get the audio off the recording easily? I can't. So do you know what I'm saying? So Riverside is great because I could just automatically download the audio. I could also do that with Zoom, but Riverside is a higher quality audio. So
am I still too quiet, or can people hear me?
you know, you sound good. I'm going to send you a nice mic though. That's going to be my present to you. When's your birthday, Bonnie?
That's very sweet. My birthday's in July.
Well, perfect timing for our early birthday gift. Okay. So we read a book a month. Last month we read a really interesting book about stolen focus. That was one of our mods, Rocket Soup, recommended. That was a kind of a downer, but also very very good and very educational, and also changed my patterns of behavior on the web a little bit.
Really?
And Legends and Lattes is the opposite. It was complete.
Yeah.
It was like taking a whipped cream canister and just, you know how you always just want to take that whipped cream canister and just shove it into your mouth and just have it just overflow onto your body and just
I have
eat.
one.
Yeah.
If you want a demonstration, I've got one, but I don't know how that's going to sound audio only, so maybe not.
I mean, you can make it. You could use it as like a latte because it is Legends and Lattes. It's about an orc who retires from sword slinging and opens her own coffee shop. It's
So I got original and fat free.
oh, why do you have fat free?
I don't know. I think
What's in that? Nothing but air? Is it just air?
It's just. I don't know. I don't remember.
Why is it right next to your desk, Bonnie? You just literally okay. Bonnie was on camera. She steps 2 steps over, and suddenly there's 2 cans of ready whipped cream in her hand.
Dude, that's nice and cold. Okay,
Sponsored by Ready Whip. I don't know about that. Bonnie. I don't know. She's sticking it in her mouth and just spraying. Okay, how was the fat free? The grimace is not encouraging.
This is better. Don't do fat free. Live in the
Don't
moment.
do fat. No, don't do fat free whipped cream. What are you talking about?
It exists. Maybe it's for like keto people. I don't know.
Well, keto it would be made out of gelatin, right? Because they only eat like animal flesh.
I tried the diet for like 4 months, and then I went full carnivore only diet.
Yeah.
And then I have an eating disorder, so I stopped doing that.
What is an eating disorder? Just the fact that you are just like you focus too heavily on your diet and you're doing weird diets?
I'm very flippy floppy with diets, but also I'm a big sucker for fad diets. And during lockdown, I think I did binge. It wasn't like mukbang videos or anything. It was just I wasn't being aware of what I was eating and when. So it was just like, container or tiny little cookies, or like the Postmates app loved me. Like I was.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I don't know. This feels like I have a much healthier attitude towards food. I do not treat it like therapy. I treat it like a long lost mom. I just treat it like food. So now I just eat food when I'm hungry. Don't eat when I'm bored, and that's been good.
My problem is that I will get on a great diet. I'll start feeling awesome. And the 2 things that make me feel awesome are don't eat wheat, don't eat sugar.
So
and it's not that hard. Like there are so many great alternatives to, and I don't eat dairy, except I do eat some cheese, but I don't drink milk. Although I think oat milk has a lot of sugar on it. And when I stopped drinking an oat milk latte every morning, that was like baseline. I lost like 2 pounds. Like I'm serious. It was just the latte.
Careful. Yeah, like almond. I do almond. And because this book is about coffee. I do.
Yes.
And I drink cold coffee person. So this is my iced coffee, and I do usually nitro cold brew or something that's just straight up black iced coffee. And then almond milk. I did the oat milk thing for a while too, but then I realized that sugar gets you. So, and I don't like super sweet coffee, so I just need it to not be cowboy coffee black. I just need it chicory coffee. I just want regular coffee with cream in it, or some fat-free.
Who was on that glass that you just held up?
Oh, that is the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, okay.
I live alone, and I'm a nerd, so none of my glasses are normal.
Mm-hmm.
This like my iced tea has Spider-Man original Star Wars Indiana Jones glasses that you could get at Burger King in the 80s. So I still dishwasher safe, but I have those and a lot of iced tea and iced coffee. So I like to have nerd pint glasses or coffee.
Well,
understand.
I think that's awesome. I mean, I think that if anybody wants to admire the background of Bonnie's, I mean, the fact that you color coordinate your books so beautifully.
Yeah, you can
There's
kind
red,
of
white,
see
and blue
books.
and black. Yeah, it's
And
gorgeous. It's
green.
almost like and green. It's like a Magic the Gathering color
Yeah,
wheel back there,
yeah. Well, I don't
except for
have
yellow.
roommates, and I got bored during lockdown, so I bought a lot of skeletons, as you can see. That's just one of
Yeah,
them.
there's not a lot of place to sit in your house because there's skeletons and all
Oh
the
no, no,
extra
no!
seats, but
I've got
that's
like
cool.
a full couch set up. I've got that
Yep.
chair. I've got this the chair I'm sitting in. I've got a lot of chairs. It's just me, so it's all. And then I have ventriloquist dummy in the other chair.
And you have taxidermy at some point. There is an area of taxidermy.
Like you can kind of. There's one. There's two. There's the bat and
Love it.
the African spring hare, and then you can kind of see the mice in the background in the white. These are all dead mice dressed up.
We'll have to get a tour at some point. So,
really
Bonnie,
should.
let's talk about this book. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the book, which is awesome. It's
It is.
Legends and
I liked it
Lattes
a
by
lot.
Travis Baldree. Now, I want to give a little background. Travis Baldree is evidently a very famous audiobook narrator in the RPG lit area.
Yep.
The subgenre. Now, if people have been following the last year, I narrated The Rule of Cool, which was a RPG lit book, and that kind of got me entry point into the genre. But my brother, 2 months ago, when he came, well, it was actually about 4 months ago, he came by and he was reading constantly. I was like, "What are you reading?" It's like RPG lit. And he started giving me some of the titles, and I started reading them. And I'm not kidding, I still read like 3 a week.
That's
They're
awesome.
so addictive.
Yeah, they are.
They're so, and this book, and I guess Travis is, he used to be a game designer for Torchlight and all these other games, but now he's a New York Times bestseller because he wrote a NaNoWriMo book, which was Legends and Lattes, and it's very much formatted like a lit RPG without the stats. So that's why I loved it, and it was like it was like a dollop of whipped cream. Can you read the description of the book, Bonnie?
The audiobook and not a real book.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'll look it up. I'll look
Okay.
it up and I'll get it up here. I'll get
Extra info on this author. I'm trying to type and talk at the same time. It's not working.
That's okay. I got the description up.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yes.
Self-published. So he self-published this in. Was it 2022 or something? It was like last year.
Yeah, it was just last year. Yep.
So he self-published, and it became traditional publishing and then audiobook. But I think the extra nudge he got, so people would know about the book and know about him, was
Sheena McGuire, or yeah, but yes.
I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. I've met her like 4 times. I should know how to.
I
Anyway,
know, it's fine. I don't either, but I love her work. I love her.
Her work
series.
is great, but also this story is so like her aesthetic. She's very pro cat. You know, there's
oh yeah.
So she tweeted about it, and I think it just skyrocketed. And also, you know,
it was huge on Book Talk.
Yeah,
Book Talk. Yeah,
Book Talk. We love Book Talk. Book Talk, Bookstagram, and Book Twitter made it popular.
Yes, and so is it Tor or Orbit picked it up, and now he's working on a prequel, which is basically the story of, I guess, how her group got together, the one that she leaves to make the in Legends and Lattes. So here's a description of the book. After a lifetime of bounties and bloodshed, Viv is hanging up her sword for the last time. The battle-weary orc aims to start fresh, opening the first ever coffee shop in the city of Thune. But old and new rivals stand in the way of success, not to mention the fact that no one has the faintest idea what coffee actually is. If Viv wants to put the blade behind her and make her plans a reality, she won't be able to go it alone. But the true rewards of an uncharted path are the travelers you meet along the way. And whether drawn together by ancient magic, flaky pastry, or a freshly brewed cup, they may become partners, family, and something deeper than she could ever have dreamed. So it is exactly what the description is. It's exactly, the cover, the description, that's what you get. It delivers 100%.
It's what, I guess, the genre, I mean, I'm used to cozy horror and cozy crime, like cozy mysteries. This is the first time I've read, like, a cozy fan, like what other books are like that, but when I saw this,
Well,
I'm like,
I have a
oh, so
list.
it's basically Dungeons and Dragons characters at coffee house. So it's like
Yeah.
Central Perk, but with orcs and elves and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, and the thing about it is that the character is just really enjoyable. She's like a battle worn lady, and there is a mild romance with her and a succubus
yeah, which is
named
very dangerous. But I mean,
yes, named
I almost
Tandri.
said it was dangerous in real life. I mean,
um but it's great, and my favorite character in the book. So she moves in, not to I'm going to spoil things. Okay. So she gets this stone from this big boss monster that they kill, and this stone is supposed to bring good fortune to whoever has it. And so she quits and she moves to this small town to open this coffee shop because coffee is only known in gnomish cities that she's been in. She's taking it to a place where nobody has ever heard of coffee, which is already fun. She meets um, this carpenter who helps her fit out this stable place that is not fit to be a coffee house, but he is brilliant and they all make it into something. She meets this little guy. I don't even know. Is he a goblin? What is Thimble? What is Thimble? Anyway, he's the most like a brilliant baker. So the baker, he starts making cinnamon rolls. And so she opens this, coffee shop and it doesn't catch on. They have to market a little heavier and then it kind of catches on. And then the local mob kind of gets involved, but they're not really that evil and they could end up being friends. And like the conflict is so minimal and I don't care. That's the best part of it. There's no high tension. It's great.
yeah, I think they call that low stakes. I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that was the whole thing.
Because
High
it's not.
fantasy, low stakes.
Yeah, it's not like it's lit to the death. There's no espresso machine per se. I mean, I don't. There's a climactic end, but
Oh yeah. And there is conflict, there is a bad guy kind of. But
kind
at
of.
the same time, it's so mildly like this is the thing. I don't like any tension whatsoever anymore. I want no tension. I want no conflict. I
Yeah,
want things to be smooth and easy. And it's almost like the appeal of like a cozy reality show where people are just making pottery and everybody wins at the end. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I love it. And
yeah.
it's
Like
charming. Yeah,
ASMR. It's like
it
not.
is.
There's no plot. There's no huge battle. Dungeons and Dragons per se. It's just literally hanging out in the coffee shop. Though they got the coffee shop tropes right. Like they've got
Oh yeah.
the people that, and I am a coffee person to go to cafes. So like if you're in NoHo, if you're in North Hollywood, you see me at Republic of Pie, or I'll go to
Republic of Pie is great.
Starbucks because Starbucks.
No, no.
It's at least in North Hollywood, which is one of the worst of the valley. It's turned into an actual battle zone. But I like going to coffee places just to like the ambiance, right? Just
No,
the
there's nothing
vibe.
better than a good coffee shop that makes their own scones. There's a place called Bricks and Scones off Larchmont. It's my very favorite place. I wrote a bunch there. And on Dante, a place on Beverly. That's a little more fancy, but Bricks and Scones is just like they don't make their own. They have this chewy roll there. It's like a Asian gluten-free chewy roll, and it's like
Is
the
it
best thing
mochi?
ever.
Is it like a mochi
It's
dough?
it's like a mochi dough.
Because I'm all about mochi donuts, so I bet it's about
Oh yeah, this is
similar.
like that, but it's like it has sesame seeds in it, and it's not savory, but it's not sweet. It's just like the perfect accompaniment to a chai latte. It's just so good.
Is that your go-to? Like, okay, let's say you're in a cafe, a nice one.
Yeah.
What is your go-to drink, and what's your go-to thing you eat, edible type thing?
Well, sadly, because ever since I had my baby, I've had hormonal problems and I have anxiety problems. And even though I am on a couple of, I take Chaseberry and I take Lexapro, and my mood is and my sleep is a lot better. I
Yep.
still can't have chocolate. I can't have any chocolate or coffee. I do have weak tea, black tea in the morning. So I do get a tiny bit of caffeine there just because herbal tea doesn't cut it, man. I need something that has some effect at all. So I
Okay.
have like I allow it to steep for like 1 minute and then I put some coconut creamer in it.
Oh, nice.
So my go-to at a coffee shop would If they make their own chai, I'll do that. I don't like the liquid chai, the Tazo stuff. It's too sweet. So I'll do it like a.
Because that's in my fridge right now.
I mean, it's good. It's just mostly it's too sweet. I'm trying not to have the sugar
Yeah,
because
I
it.
do the spicy one.
Yeah, I like a London Fog, with a little bit of vanilla. That's it with
Yeah,
some
that's a
oat
good one.
milk. Yeah.
I am a coffee addict and a tea addict, but again, I
Mm-hmm.
don't really like hot drinks. So I usually, if I'm going to be at a cafe for a while, the first thing I do is get something to kind of like get me peppy. So it's going to be an iced latte of some sort, or
Uh huh.
a
Uh huh.
dirty, or it's like chai, but then an espresso
Yeah,
shot.
with this, but yeah, gotcha.
And I'll do that first. And then if I'm going to be there for a while, you don't want to get jittery. So then I'll do an tea, maybe an iced herbal tea, and
Yeah.
then I'll might end it with something like somewhere in between, like a. I don't know. It's so long since I've ordered 3 drinks at a place. Usually,
That's a big one.
yeah, I'll usually do it like a vanilla latte or a hazelnut iced latte. Oh, pistachio iced latte. I really like.
Oh, pistachio milk is delicious.
So I'm all about that right now. But and ironically, I'm spice, so I go for the other stuff. But then
Pumpkin
my
spice is only like twice a year. I'll get it when it first comes out as a novelty, and I'll get it one more time before Christmas, then it's dead to me.
yeah, I mean it's kind of overhyped, so I like to get the other stuff that like the.
Yeah. Can you do matcha? Because matcha gives me heart palpitations. Like matcha will keep me
Is
up
it
more than
really?
coffee.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, I'll do a matcha iced matcha with rose.
Yeah.
Also lavender is always kind of anyway. So and to eat, I always like a pastry that's so a
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
scone,
Not
something that's not
okay.
sticky.
Scone.
Either typing most likely on my laptop, like every other trapped in LA. That's supposed to be productive. We're all at the coffee house just staring at each other. I don't like anything sticky, so I don't do the cinnamon roll. I don't do the pastry thing, donut. I do scone.
Yeah.
I can't do biscotti anymore because I chipped a tooth on the last one I had a long time ago, like 2 years ago. By the way, just to reference this book, do you
Yeah.
find it odd that they had a name for coffee, name for cinnamon roll, but not name for croissant or biscotti? Like they didn't. There was
What?
no crossover name that makes it. You know what I mean? Like they call the cinnamon and they called coffee a coffee. Biscotti and what they call croissant, it was like something else. But clearly
I,
it was described. The other thing was
Here's
biscotti.
my prop, Bonnie. Here's my, and I do have a slight snobbery. I know everybody can't make their pastries in house. That's the sad part. But
Yeah,
I understand you can't. But at least deliver it like bricks and scones. I don't mean to bring this place up again, but if you're in LA,
I'm gonna
my
try them out.
it's a great place to write too. They have a lot. I mean, it's like kind of Austin in feeling. It's not slick. It's not
Wait, is
Scandinavian.
that the
It's just
coffee place hung out at like for briefly when I first moved here?
I'm not sure. That was too
Oh,
long ago,
it
Bonnie. I
was
don't
like a
remember that long
walk-in
ago.
place. It was at Los Feliz. Continue.
So, but the thing about it is, if you have, there's nothing worse than like a chain coffee croissant or muffin. So if I
Yeah,
go into an independent store, which I always go out of my way to go to support,
me too.
and you have a muffin that clearly came from Costco, I'm walking out again
Wait,
because muffins.
how can you tell?
You can just tell, Bonnie, it's the top of the muffin. It's not crispy. It's not brown. It has sort of a yellowish tinge. It's kind of greasy. It
That
has like a couple of pointy frozen blueberry. Like muffins are so easy to make, y'all, okay?
they are.
So, also, I don't know if you ever watched it, but I wrote for Machinima like an ages ago. I wrote a sitcom set in World of Warcraft craft called South Shore. You can watch the episodes up on my YouTube channel. There are 5 episodes. They add up to 30 minutes. I'm very proud of it. And it's all about a retired warrior who owns a bar in South Shore, which is like the butthole of Azeroth, you know? So, like, that had this vibe to it where I was like, oh, yeah, I love it. I just love the fact that she has a lot of internal conflict. She's in this area that she doesn't know much about, but she has a dream of making something cozy and home for herself. And
Yeah.
it does come together in the end. She has this found family. She has this giant cat that lives in the
Oh,
coffee house, and I just loved it.
I love a giant cat in anything, so that got me. Yeah, Viv is the main character, but all these other characters, I was afraid we weren't going to get much from them. Like, was it Thimble, the guy that made the little? Is he a rodent? I can't remember what kind of.
Oh, Thimble. Yeah, he was a rodent character.
Yeah,
He's not a
and he
goblin.
looks
He's a
like
rodent.
Ratatouille. So he's
He's like Ratatouille. Exactly.
so I really liked him, and then the cat, obviously, and all these other side characters. But it's interesting too, tropey in the sense of like a D&D quest trope. It's not the journey. It's not the destination. It's the people you're on the journey with, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's nothing stressful in this book at all. Even when you think
No.
there's
No, yeah. When the mob comes in, I'm like, oh no, are they gonna have this? And she's gonna have to get her sword out and kick some butt.
I mean, I would
Spoiler alert.
I would have been okay with that. But
Yeah.
Wasn't there like there was some sort of tension or animosity or something was going to happen, and they're like, let's have a sleepover.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
But that's a classic. Here's the thing about RPG lit, because I've been dabbling in writing one myself.
Okay.
And I've read 150 of them at this point, and I don't care. Some of them are just maybe not that well written, and I do notice that a lot of guys write them, and then sometimes I'm like, okay, I like the magical system that you've invented. I'm reading one now, and I'm not going to name it because I do enjoy it quite a bit. But I'm like, why are the two girls tickling each other all the time? Like, why? So
yeah,
I'm like, okay, there needs to be.
I don't think I've ever done that in my whole.
Girls don't tickle each other, guys. Okay, girls don't tickle each other.
It's like the pillow fight trope, right? Like dudes are.
Yes, it's a pillow. I was like, are they tickling each other again? This is guys. Like, they could die. What is going on?
Sexy pillow fight. Yeah, it's this weird thing, which is funny because most of the time, I mean, if I remember like actual sleepovers as I guess elementary, I did that in junior high because I was already into punk and stuff, and punk kids don't do sleepovers. So I just remember all we did was eat junk food and talk about which band members of whatever band we like want to join their band or become their groupies. I don't know. Junior high age.
Wow.
I mean, something along those lines. And then also we would have dance-offs, but we were all really bad at dancing. So that's but there was no sexiness to it. I mean, obviously. But even in college, when I had a college roommate, there was no sexy anything. Like, she was the exact polar opposite of me. She was like and wore pink all the time, Texan sorority girl. I'm not putting down Texas because I know you're a Texas girl. But
oh no, come on! I know those girls. They love to wear short shorts and big sweatshirts, so they literally their ass is hanging out, and yet they're covered to the knuckle. I never understood that, but I'm like, oh, whatever, girl, you wear what you want.
Yeah, so it's like when you read these tropey things that are like, oh, this is how girls act. Like it's. Even I'm a girl and I wouldn't put that in a book. Like I'm not.
I just don't. This one particular book I'm reading, and I'm by the way, I'm on the second book of the series, and I'll read all of them. I don't care if there's 7 of them. I'm reading them all. But like, it's like why? And there are so many like lesbianish overtones to the relationship, and they're tickling each other all the time. There's 3 other guys in their party. I'm just like, no one's calling this out. Like, why? Why is there so much giggling and tickling?
Why aren't the guys?
The guys are saying nothing about this. I would think somebody would bring it up. I'm still reading the book. It's fine. Let's come back to this book. I don't really have much else to say about this book. That's what's awesome. I do have other books.
There's a relation. I mean, this book actually does it pretty well.
Really well. It's not a romance, but it has romance, and that's what I liked about it.
It's done. It's not it's very sweet. I thought it was very sweet. It was done well.
It was subtle, and at the end, when she she basically made a home, and she made room for other people in her home, which was beautiful.
Yeah.
And there was a part that I was really sad, when somebody attacks her coffee house, and it's just I guess I don't want to totally spoil it because we're new on Twitch and everybody hasn't read the book yet, but I don't care what we said here. You should read it anyway.
Yeah, it's also it kind of fed that need I have for playing. What's it called? It's Sims Business. Is it the business patch where you get to build your business from scratch in Sims?
Oh, I never did that, but that sounds fun.
Yeah, and I built a coffee house, but then we had this discussion a long time ago. When I play Sims, it's more like I it's like Stanford prison experiment for me. Like I try to make everyone go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the toilet like outside, or I'll put like it in the. I'll put all the hot tubs around one guy's bed so he could never sleep, like that kind of thing. I'll put a baby in windows. Like what's that movie? Skinamark that just came out. That's like that.
I don't know about that, but
Anyway,
okay, yeah.
so
I
yeah,
mean, I didn't mind torturing my Sims at all, but like in yeah.
I just like to them start fires by accident. But this one, I feel like if there was like a simulation of build your own coffee house in this wizard. I mean, do they have?
I mean, there are some cozy games like this, Bonnie. There are a bunch of them. I mean, Stardew is probably like the root of it all,
Okay.
but I played all of them. I
Well,
mean, I play
Warcraft,
all the
Skyrim and
farming games.
Warcraft, you can build a if you wanted to build a coffee house. Could you do that in Skyrim?
In World of Warcraft? No, 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 you
In
can't
World
do
of
that.
Warcraft. Oh.
But they do have. I'm sure there's I'm sure that there is a tavern simulator. I know that there's an inn simulator. There's a lot of like cozy RPGs. Now, if I will recommend the books that I think that I've read that are along the lines of this in the lit RPG. Now, just to be clear, lit RPG is a lot more focused on being minute in the progression of the characters, and some of them will continually like update their stats. It's like, oh,
Okay.
and you'll see that your strength has gone up. So, but then some of them are just like this. They're just like a story, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so, but this is not really lit RPG. It has a lot of the flavor of it, but anyway, there are a couple books I could recommend that are
Okay.
cozy like this in the lit RPG world that I really enjoyed. There's one called Battle Mage Farmer by Seth Ring. Now, the third book was but the first book is awesome. It's about like literally the savior of the world deciding to retire and becoming a farmer, but he has no idea how to become a farmer. And
Yeah.
he buys this farm, and he's trying to stay undercover, but bad guys keep coming in. It's very good.
Okay.
I need to read the third one.
I mean, I grew up on a farm, so yeah, those aren't easy to run if you've never
It's
run one.
really and it is cool because he has all the power in the world inside him, and yet he doesn't know how a plow works. But then he starts building a plow, and he was from Earth, so it's like a person got transported, became the most powerful thing on the planet, and
Okay.
then decided to retire and become a farmer. It's great. Then the other one I read, and again I will say that there are some there's he's talking about sort of a martial arts world, and I don't love some of the things about the girl characters, but at the same time it's so good. I recommend it highly. It's called Beware of Chicken by Casual Farmer, and the second one just came out today. Y'all, this is one of the funniest books I've ever read. I think it's a standout. I mean, Dungeon Crawler Carl was one that we read several months ago in the RPG Lit world, which is very RPG.
Yep.
These are more casual, cozy ones where, again, it's another superpowered guy who decides to become a farmer. So if either of those appeal to you,
I
pick
didn't
them up.
the whole genre of all
Oh,
powerful people retiring and starting
I
farms.
mean, Beware of Chicken and
I assume it's a
Battle Mage Farmer are two that I feel like
Is he a chicken farmer? Is that why it's beware of chicken?
the chicken becomes. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, don't
It's
spoil it.
so good.
Don't spoil
It's
it.
and the second one just came out today, and I'm literally going to read it tonight.
Is there any that have feature elk or llama?
No, but there is a cat, two pigs, a cat, two pigs, a chicken, and several other creatures in this one. But I don't even want to spoil it for you. I started
Okay.
reading it. I had no idea, and it has an anime cover, and I think it definitely has manga and sort of a martial arts flair to it.
Got it.
That it's kind of a winky wink like anime and manga in the world building.
Yep.
I mean, we could read that book next month. Although we should read something different. We should read. I don't know.
I don't care.
You want to read it? It's really funny, Bonnie.
Let's read it. Let's read it. Fuck it. Let's read it. Oh, sorry. I'm not.
Okay, well, beware of chickens. We will have some words to say about some of the girls, but the girls don't have, they're powered at least. They're not just, but they're, we'll talk about it later. But again, yeah. I think there's a lot of good things in it too.
Okay.
It'll be, I think, so we're going to read, we're going to just read it. Okay. It's a cozy, we're just going to turn this book club into a cozy.
I mean, I feel like I was going to pick a cozy horror book for the next one. So let's just keep doing the cozy.
Well, why don't you pick? Why don't we do your cozy horror and then we'll do Beware of Chicken the next month?
Let's do How to Sell a Haunted House by next.
Okay, so we're gonna do How to Sell a Haunted House and then we'll do Beware of Chicken, the next month in May. Okay.
But
So How to Sell a Haunted House by who?
Grady Hen.
Now this sounds kind of cozy too.
It is cozy. It's a cozy horror book. So it's not. If you read his other book, I love, which was made into, I don't know if it's on Netflix or Amazon Prime, but it's My Best Friend's Exorcism. That was fun.
Oh. Yeah.
So he writes books that are like Judy Blume horror books. I shouldn't put it like that, but it's fun. They're fun books to read. They're not like, because I have to do that because I read a lot of creepy stuff. Like I just finished The Butcher, which I probably should have never read. So now I'm trying to read like cozy mysteries, cozy solving crimes, stuff like that. So I'm trying to balance like way too much true crime shows and documentaries, so I'm like paranoid about everything, and then I have to watch something silly to kind of like balance it out, or else I'm just paranoid all the time.
I don't even understand how you can make a. I mean, I think the only horror films I've ever read, I mean, horror books I've ever read were because of you, Monty. Like, I've never voluntarily read a horror book. So this is exciting because a cozy horror film sounds, I mean, horror book sounds right up my alley.
I mean, there's a whole genre of comedy horror. I mean, obviously, as a former Slayer, that Buffy I would consider to be a cozy horror show. You know what I mean? Because vampires.
Yeah.
So, but it's fun. I don't know.
True.
So I kind of feel
no,
like
you're right. I mean, like I said, that's what I mean, the RPG, like I read 3 of these books a week. I need to stop. I bought a parenting book and I haven't stopped. It's just like candy, you know?
Read what makes you happy. I think that's, to apologize for that.
And I skim them. It's not like I could really tell you what happened in the book, you know? It's just, I don't know.
Aren't you a speed reader? Like, aren't you the type of...
Yeah, I'm a speed reader. So I'm not absorbing anything, but for some reason the genre is okay. I don't know. But also Travis Baldree, who wrote Legends and Lattes, is one of the most preeminent RPG narrators. And some of the things he's narrated, I've read and I really enjoyed. So,
it's
you know, again,
I got both. So I usually, I'll get the physical copy and then I'll donate it in the bookstore. And then I'll if I do audio, I usually do audio if it's a super long book or if I'm narrator is fun. And I would one particularly because that's his job.
Yeah.
And if he's narrating his own book, it's got to be good. It's not going to be like,
oh yeah,
it's not like Siri or something. So yeah, so I enjoyed it. I thought it was, but I also have neurodivergent issues. Like it takes me.
Oh yeah.
Speed read. So it takes me sometimes I have to and then move on. So it takes forever for.
It takes me so long to listen to something. And right now I'm going to Greece in May, so I'm trying to learn Greek.
Are you really?
Yeah, but listen, Bonnie, I got to tell you, if you ever want to learn language transfer, it's an app, it's free, it's all audio. You're not supposed to do any writing. It's all audio. And this guy is like a genius and he does these dialectical, 5 to 8 minute lessons where you learn and he ties it to your to English, and I remember everything.
Oh, cool.
I've done 10 lessons in Greek and I'm like, I've retained 100% of it.
Holy crap.
Well, 80%. But it's like amazing.
Is it better than Duolingo? Because I do Duolingo.
Oh God. No. I did Duolingo for 3 years. I learned more in a month of doing of Spanish. A month of doing language transfer. I remembered more. I mean, Duolingo, I think it's great. I would do all the audio on language transfer and then go and do Duolingo. Like, I think Duolingo is really good for the mainstream languages, but I was doing Polish and Babbel was much better than Duolingo. So Babbel is really, really good. Duolingo's pretty good, but really good for like Spanish and French and all those.
Okay.
But language transfer, just do those audio things and you'll know more about the language and then you could go in and retain a lot more for me.
since I've moved down here, I've refreshed my Spanish so I can actually like, you know, to like half the population down here speaks Spanish,
Yeah.
which is great. But if you don't remember your high school Spanish, you're kind of screwed. So that's
Yeah.
also disrespect me not to know Spanish, not for them to know English,
Agreed.
not to know Spanish. So I'm learning
Agreed.
that, and then I'm reteaching myself Russian because almost
Oh.
all of my Lyft and Uber drivers have been Russian lately, or Armenian, which I know is a different language, but a lot of Armenian. Trying to like get back into that, and so I've been using Duolingo to learn Welsh so I can watch the really cool crime drama Hinterland in Welsh. So, yeah.
Bonnie, you got to focus, man. You can't. Saying the woman who's learning Polish, Greek, and Spanish at the same time. I need you to focus.
Yeah, I also want to relearn Klingon. I was wow.
Klingon, they do have Duolingo. I think Duolingo would be a good resource for that.
Yeah. I don't think they have speak, which is Shiruk. They don't have Vulcan. And I don't think they
the thing about it is, last year I got really into Spanish because I sent my kid to immersion school, and it's not a great fit for her, so I'm probably going to change, even though I love the school. But
wait, what makes it immersion? What's an immersion school?
It's 90% Spanish, and she knew none going in. It was kind of it's been a really hard adjustment for her. But for me, I am a visual learner, but also I feel like in order to really learn language, I was going full tilt on Spanish and like combining the audio with a visual component with one of the apps with reading Spanish. Like I had like a easy reading book, and I would read like I would read like a couple pages a night, and I would translate it. Like you'll learn, you kind of have to do, and then you have to listen to, like you have to really immerse yourself just technique wise to really get good at anything. I think
that's sort of how I did with Spanish, except so in Spanish.
Oh, did you?
I mean, Netflix. If you're not adverse to subtitles, or if you just want to like watch something that's not made or Canada or whatever, there's a hell of a lot of great programming on Netflix, including horror stuff, crime drama, soap operas. So like myself in soap operas because that runs the gamut of length, and I'm starting to like get it from that. So I think that's because it's also entertaining. Because I can only watch so many soccer matches or football before I can't just. So
no, it's hard. There's a great video series called Dreaming Spanish or something like that, and he goes so slow that I felt so accomplished because I could understand what he was saying in the very, very beginning. But I think he has but he's super explicit with all the words, so you can actually understand what's going on.
Yep.
But I'm sure you're way more advanced than that. I think you probably are pretty competent.
Drag Race episodes, because I have the World of Wonder subscription. All of Drag Race España, France, and I try to immerse myself. But that's drag queen speaks a little different. But when this video, I'm so sick of that. I'm not gonna get political, but let me tell you, I think
the world is wild right now.
Drag queens are.
I've been saying that for years.
I love drag queens. They helped me through tough times. They helped me through the lockdown. They're great. They're creative. They create which I think some of our lives had to deal with conflict or people just being crap to us and saying no.
Yeah.
You need to have role models that they do what everyone else is doing, and I'm going to do something creative and make it my thing. And that's why I like that. I like gamers. Yeah. That's why I like writers and artists. So I don't know. I'm by watching TV shows that have those languages. So if you like Drag Race, just know that it comes in all different countries. They have all different countries. So that's fun.
Yeah. Well, okay, so How to Sell a Haunted House is our next month books, and we will be meeting on the last. I might be working that week, Bonnie. Huh?
You're going to be in Greece, aren't you, or no?
No, but I might be working that week. So tentatively, it should be on the 25th of April, but we might have to push to the next week.
That's okay.
Or do the week before. Oh, we could do the week before or the week after. Just depends. How is it a big book? Is it a fast read or a slow read?
It's a fast, fun
Okay.
read. It's not anything heavy. It's if you're scared easily, it's not that kind of book. That's good. It's not a thing where it's
Okay, good. It's not like
it's fun.
5,000
It's
pages.
fun. Like
Okay.
I always recommend my best friend's exorcism to people that are just getting into horror, that are scared of being scared, because that's just fun. It's just fun horror. It's not
Yeah.
like Twilight. Twilight's not scary. That I guess that would, but that's more fantasy, huh?
I mean, it's scary in a different way, but
I shouldn't even say Twilight. I would not recommend Twilight, but I'm trying to think of like your gateway drug to horror. Be like these fun, cozy horror books.
yeah. Well, I'm excited about it. Okay, so guys, just stay tuned for the Discord. Tentatively, we will be doing a Twitch stream on the 25th, talking about it. But if my job interferes, we'll either do the weekend before or after, probably after, just to give everybody more time. But anyway, and so I will be doing some Fortnite shortly after this. Stick around. I will be going on a starting student screen as soon as I can get it up. And thank you, Bonnie. You're the best.
Yeah, thanks for lipstick for you.
I mean, you look beautiful.
I mean, all my meetings are on video, so I have to look at some. I can't.
You look wonderful all the time, and I'm gonna get you I'm gonna get you a mic before.
Thank you.
It's the least I could do for you, sticking with the geeks thing and all that stuff.
Get, more modernized instead of having tech from 10 years ago or 15 years.
No, overrated.
So I'm trying to go the actual what the kids are using instead of antique thing. Oh my god, I found my original Apple digital camera. Took like 5 pictures top. Super heavy. It's called a quick take.
Jesus.
It's not quick and it doesn't take good photos.
You could probably sell that thing.
I know. I probably will. I have a zip drive still. I have lots of things.
But also retro electronics are really in, and like my friend Jonah has this phone that's literally, it's like a small Kindle. It has nothing on it, and that's the new hipster phone. And I'm like kind of a little bit jealous.
iPod. I still have a lot. I still have my pager. I'm always curious, like, what if someone pages me past or the future? Like, I have some of these things already charged and ready to go, but
that's a great idea. That's a great idea to start an RPG book.
Yeah, we'll bring that back. I'll bring back paging on TikTok or something. This has been fun.
It has been really fun. I'm glad that we have. So Twitch people, we'll be doing this once a month, the book club. I'm thinking about bringing my brother on, although that will never go to YouTube. This will go to YouTube and on my podcast feed. My brother will never live off Twitch because legally I would never get hired for any branded jobs if we did that anywhere else but Twitch.
A trucker swearing voice?
Yeah, it would be bad. It would be bad. And then I might come back and do the tarot reading. Felicitations, I will not be doing live because if I go back, I'm going to go back to it, but maybe in a couple months. But I will be doing it offline just to get it done. It's just me. It's a little more low key. But I'll try to keep the little hangouts on the Tuesday nights from the Discord, move it over to Twitch and do a little streaming afterwards. My back is still really messed up, so sitting for a long time is hard. But, we'll just roll with it week by week. I have, what?
I will offer my services if you ever want to do a seance or a week.
Ooh, a seance. That would be fun.
I've been doing those with friends ever since lockdown, and they're really fun.
Ooh, okay, guys.
Host.
Maybe we'll...
I'm not. I mean, I wish I was haunted. I'm not. You know me. I collect Ouija boards. I have a Ouija board pillow. Like nothing. Yeah. Nothing's haunting me, but I'm more than happy to do that. And I bought a new tarot deck because of you. So yeah. I got.
All right. Well, we'll figure out what we could do on Tuesdays to just mix it up a little bit. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye. I'll see you in a bit.